We will be replacing the aftermarket HID headlights in this 2003 Chevy Silverado with all new LED lights from Ayla Lighting. There are no tools needed for this installation. The low beam headlights are here. Access to the back of the headlight housing is limited by the chassis. But removing the headlight housing to access the bulbs is pretty simple. The L-shaped bar on the top of the housing holds it in place. Lift the short side of the bar and spin it all the way over to the other side. You can now slide the bar out of the sockets holding the housing to the car. You will notice you won't have enough space to completely remove the bar unless you spin it all the way over to the side. To remove the housing, you'll have to lift it out, and you can see the two bottom tabs holding it in. The low beam is the bulb on the outside of the car. To take out the HID bulb, you will twist it counterclockwise to unlock it and pull it out. We will need to remove the entire HID system, not just the bulb, so locate the HID ballast and unplug it from the power running from your car. This TSCR LED headlight bulb comes with a separate driver that you will need to attach to the bulb before installing. Let's quickly compare the new bulb to the HID we removed. You can see they have the same base and the same plugs, so this installation should be pretty easy. One more thing to note before you install the LED bulb. When installed, the LED chips should be facing out to the left and right, with the bulb standing vertically. One way to ensure you have it correctly installed is to check the wire running out of the back. For this bulb, that wire will run out to the side, horizontal to the bulb itself. To install the bulb, you will need to line up the top tab on the bulb with the top tab on the housing. Push it in and turn it clockwise to lock it. After locking it in, you can see the wire is pointing at about 1 o'clock, when we need it to be resting at 3 o'clock. This bulb's beam angle will need to be adjusted. Adjusting the bulb is pretty easy. You can eyeball how much the bulb will need to be adjusted, or you can use a marker to make a dot on the top of the bulb. Turn the bulb counterclockwise to take the bulb back out of the housing to adjust it. Use the included Allen wrench to loosen the set screw on the side of the bulb. You can now spin the base of the bulb until it lines up where you need it. Tighten the set screw and install into the housing to test. The chips are facing out to the left and right, so the bulb is now installed correctly. Now plug the bulb into the wire connector running from your car. We recommend testing everything before you put it back together. As we put the light assembly back together, we want to point out that not all bulbs would qualify to fit in this car. Because of the slim fan and small diameter, this bulb will be able to fit when the housing is reinstalled. And if we pull the housing back out again, you can see what we mean. If the fan was wider, it would hit the chassis. And if the fan diameter was larger, it would butt up against the slope of the chassis at the top. This is why we strongly recommend inspecting your car to see what will fit before you buy anything. To reinstall the housing, start by inserting the 2 tabs on the bottom into the slots in the car. Being sure that the front of the housing will fit behind the grille. Align the slots along the top so you'll be able to slide the locking bar back in. Slide the bar back through all the holes and spin it back into place until it locks down. We can compare the LED on the driver's side with the HID still installed on the passenger side. You can see how long the HID takes to get to full brightness, while the LED is an instant on. You can also see the blue tint to the HID compared to the pure 6000K white of the LED. Replacing the bulb on the passenger side will be the same steps as the driver's side. There is more space behind the passenger side light housing, but the chassis still prevents you from accessing the bulbs. You can also see the aftermarket HID components that will need to be removed. Let's check out these new LED headlights from Ayla Lighting. You can see the pure white color and superior brightness.
Safer, smarter, brighter, better. We are Ayla Lighting.